with 4 stars and rising stars. Now we do more than ever.
I'll show you where it is, okay? Sorry about that.
No, I'm not feeling too good. Like,
Sorry about that.
no,
I'll show you where it's on the other side of town, okay? It's not far. You know where it is?
oh, yeah, I mean,
You know where the place? I'll show you where it is. It's not far from here.
yeah, I'm pretty good with directions.
Okay, I'll just say it's, I know, here's mom's, I'm not organized. It's my mom, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. You gotta put your seat on.
No, it's the parking brake. No, it was the parking brake.
I have no idea, so. Okay, here's my mom's car. Here's the chiropractor is at 2987 Solano. Okay?
Yeah.
2987 Solano. Solano, or whatever.
Solano,
Please.
Yeah.
And then we'll go straight to, and then on the way back, on the way to work, we'll go to Chevron if we can get some Tylenol, and then lots of Tylenol, and then get some on the way, and then straight to work, okay?
Yeah.
Well, it won't be that long, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, not douche, but, you know, thank you. Thank you, well.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry I woke you up, but
Oh, no, I've been awake since 6.
I've been up since 4, not waking, but it's fatigue and tired, I don't know.
Yeah, no, oh, yeah, Solano's all the way up over here by all the shopping.
Statewide, 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Where are we going to?
ZipRecruiter.com.
Yeah, it's on Solano.
2987 Solano.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, it's on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Won't be not late. Won't be late. Sorry if this guy is paying the bum. God darn it. I'm sorry I'm more tedious and not angsty because I didn't sleep much last night.
Easter is here and the Easter baskets are out. Someone got some great deals at Marshall. This gourmet chocolate plush toy. Bring it on with 40 to 70% off almost everything at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Matching styles for the family are on sale too.
What's your number?
Shop it all through April 12th.
No, it's phone.
Please write down because I'm really disorganized. Very disorganized.
Yeah.
You ever get enough sleep? You ever get enough sleep?
Yeah.
Good, thank God, because I don't sleep enough. Because I'm very fatigued. I feel like I'm turning insomnia.
Yeah. Oh, good. I mean, yeah, pretty good. I mean, yeah.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, 2987 Solano. Hi, Mom. Dang it. I want to make sure you know where it is. I want to make sure my mom told me. I know what it is, just don't know the address. Yo, go worker. You know.
Yeah.
Front something more. Front something more. Get back, man. Dang it. Don't let me forget to go. I'm going to shit. I'm gonna laser kill. Do your groins hurt sometimes?
No, so
Good for you, because
far.
my groins will kill me. Dr. Farrah, I'm coming in. I'm going to be a little bit late. I'm really late because I didn't. My friend who takes me to work doesn't know your address, okay? And also, not to. I'll be there in a minute. I'll be there in a minute or two. A minute or two. Wait a minute. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joel. I think just address to your phone number to mine, okay?
Oh, yeah.
415-302-501. It's over here somewhere.
No.
It's right in this mall. It's right next to this liquor place. This contemplate not properly. Yeah, it's nothing. Right here. Right there. So it's right between this.
Oh.
Here we are. There you are. Right. Hey, right here. It's right NC. You see that NC?
Yeah.
Just so you know. I'll be out in less than a minute or two.
Oh, yeah.
A minute or two. This is gonna take a minute. Don't worry, we won't be a minute, okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Chuck.
No.
Oh my God. Wait.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Comedy with a guy
Yeah.
from Kentucky once, and we were sitting down for dinner, and when I stood up, he stood up. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "No, this is like, what is wrong with him?" He said, "This is what
their own medical.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. Hate the door slam. Stop slamming the damn doors. Ow.
When a lady approaches the table or when
Oh, he has a bad habit of doing that.
I haven't seen that in action in a long time.
You're great, George. Thanks for the phone call. Absolutely. Thank you. Good
I
news.
don't like people slamming doors. That's ridiculous. Damn. I'm not telling. Stop slamming doors. Damn. Damn, stop slamming doors. Freaking ridiculous. So sick of people out here slamming doors shut. Everybody here, I don't know why, but cultural, I guess.
Treatment company, luxury timepieces, fine designers, flawless diamonds. Sandy, tell me some good news.
I'm reading about a Yorkshire Terrier, a small little dog named Bella Boo, 11 years old. She saved her owner's life, so she kept jumping up and down on her owner's chest for 3 weeks. She had no idea why she was doing it. She was like, what is my dog's problem? Then she started weeping. So the owner took her to the vet, like, does my dog have a problem? I don't know what is her problem. So anyways, they checked the dog, everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But she said Bella started bouncing on me, and at one point I thought she bruised me because I was sore. And I was feeling around, and I felt a lump. And I was like, is that a lump? And the doctors found breast cancer.
Did the dog smell it?
I think it felt it when it was bouncing. Either it smelt it or or sensed it, but it was jumping up and down on it.
Whoa.
Yeah, so she underwent treatment. It already spread to her lymph nodes, but thank God for this dog. She said, I didn't think dogs could detect cancer, but this proves that they
let's go.
can.
Yeah.
And,
Sorry about that.
doing fine now.
Sorry about that again.
Surgery, the
I
dog
get really bad headaches when
Chevron.
the doors.
Chevron today.
Animals are so
please.
smart. We underestimate
Yeah, you know I just get really bad headaches when anybody slams the doors. I know it's cultural up here to do that.
I'm sorry. Dang it, Bill.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Since I was a kid, I always got really bad headaches from that. Like, it's
Sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's not my. No, I'm gonna go. First to Chevron over here, not what Chevron you're talking about. Careful. You know what Chevron I'm talking about?
I
I
think.
mean the one right next to the right and not Goodwill. The one next right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That
Please.
was. Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Don't get too.
Oh
Yeah, I'm off until until Wednesday. Okay.
Oh.
I'm back to work Wednesday morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Please tell me. Don't forget to let me tell Kevin or Tina. I'm just telling
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the more. How you doing, not district? How you doing today? Well.
Good, man. Good.
And then she puts her fist in the air, and I love it. I'm here for it. So Amy put together this nonprofit called Vital Impact. They're selling all these beautiful photos from some of the most impactful National Geographic moments, and all the proceeds going to go help the people of Ukraine.
Oh,
Love
that's awesome.
That's our good news. 7:40 and 8:40 weekday mornings, and we'll check what's trending here in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll talk about Jennifer Lopez. Looks like she may be engaged and hiding her ring. Not sure. That and more coming up at 7:50.
It's Star 101.
Yeah, that's patrons right here.
Oh, she's not again.
It's like,
Not too much. I can't listen. I just can't. It's just like. Cut out brushing. Come on, douche. Not you. Come on, light. Flashing light. Too long. It's just too darn long. this. Like that tailgates. It's killing me, guys. What the fuck?
No, I get tailgate all the time. But,
Listen, go to Ticketmaster.com, grab your tickets because these are going to sell out. Don't miss it.
Let's see. We have a photo of Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian yesterday. They attended a red carpet premiere together.
One minute, I can't wait. 1 minute, just get some soda and some water, as well as I leave. Okay, good. Because my back goes all on again.
If you want to watch their TV show, you gotta find it on Hulu. But they were there together. She said he usually doesn't do these kind of things, but she was just happy that he was there with her. The Weeknd and Swedish House Mafia going to be taking Kanye West's place at Coachella. Coachella is next weekend and the weekend after, so they were the Sunday headliners. But the Weeknd says he's not going to do it unless they're paying him what they were paying Kanye. And what they were paying Kanye is $8 million and a $500,000 production fee.
Is the Weeknd going to do 2 dates? Is he going to do both weekends like Kanye was going to?
I don't know if it's just one date and then Swedish House is the other one, or they're going to split time. I'm not quite sure. Also, is Jennifer Lopez engaged? I guess some TMZ reporter got a photo of her. She was furniture shopping with her daughter.
Please stop slamming doors.
On her left ring finger, when she saw the photographer, she flipped the ring inside of her hand. So, yeah, maybe she just wanted privacy, or maybe that's an engagement ring. We don't know yet.
Interesting. Speaking of J-Lo, I did just learn she starts every morning. If you want to be more like J-Lo, and by the way, Selena, the movie that gave her big break, is in theaters now. They're celebrating the 25th anniversary, so if you want to go see that. But if you want to be more like J-Lo, she starts her day with a daily affirmation. She has a little affirmations box in her bedroom. So
that's cute.
Starts you on a positive note. We all know how powerful that is. I guess this has been revealed before, but I'm just hearing, you know that movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and then they famously got together as a couple after the movie.
Yes.
Because Brad Pitt is irresistible. Guess who Angelina Jolie actually beat out for the role? Who was going to be the Mrs. Smith? Gwen Stefani.
No way.
Can you imagine the trajectory? Now, at the time, Gwen was married to Gavin Rossdale, so probably nothing was going to happen, but she said, look, I wanted that role, but I wanted to do music more.
Wow.
So this is how it went down. Nicole Kidman was the #1. She dropped out, and then Angelina Jolie beat Gwen Stefani. She told Ellen this yesterday.
God, it's so crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
When you think about the behind-the-scenes things.
Let's see. This is being reported by a British tabloid, so it must be true. Am I right? People are saying that Will Smith is headed to rehab. They're not saying what for. Obviously, they're in like crisis control for his career at this point. A lot of projects being pulled out from under him.
Yep.
The Academy is actually going to meet today to see what kind of punishment, if any, they're going to levy against him. So we'll see what happens. Vanessa Hudgens is saying that she has a gift to talk to dead people, and she wants to lean right into it, Sandy. This is for you. She says she's going to become a medium.
Good for her. I'm all about that stuff.
Yeah. We'll go to sports real quick. Tiger Woods making headlines at the Masters because he, listen, it's only been a year since that terrible car accident that he almost died in, or at least lost a leg. And he had a good day at the Masters yesterday. I guess he finished round 1 under par, nearly had a hole-in-one, which would have made people crazy. He's going to tee off this afternoon for round 2. Korea's Im Sung-jae.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that again.
That's your golf update. Didn't think I'd ever do one of those, but there you go. I've expanded my sports repertoire. Also a great day for baseball. You know this, the Florida Marlins are in San Francisco at Oracle Park to take on your San Francisco Giants. Man, if you've got a ticket for this game, that's going to
How
be
you
a
doing,
good
Deuce?
time.
Not Deuce,
Weather's perfect. First
well,
pitch at
you good, Jake, well.
1:35. Go Giants,
How you
and
doing,
then
well?
your Oakland A's are in Philadelphia on the road to take on the Phillies today. First pitch at 12:05 West Coast time. Go A's.
Oh, man. Alright, man, it's a lot of profit.
Next two contestants for what you know about that. 800-800-1013.
It's going to be going down at 8:05, so call us now. It's Whitney with Clean Bandit. How will I know? It's Friday on the day.
There we go.
you know, our, you know, fire hydrant, please. Fire hydrant, please. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Oh.
See you well. See you whenever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably working. I'll be back probably. I'll be here. I'll tell you if I'm going. Tell Rich or Tina or Kevin. I'll be here. Probably be here in Napa on Wednesday morning. So someone can pick me up at like 7:30 in that day. And please, 7:30. Don't forget 7:30 Wednesday. 7:25 on the dot for either Tina, Rich, or Kevin, or you in the morning. I need to be working at 8 o'clock as usual. I don't know about the rest of the schedule. I'll be working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know the rest of the schedule until Thursday, Friday. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Oh,
Thank you, Rich. I mean, Rich.
No.
Not Deuce.
No.
I don't want that. One second, Deuce. I'm sorry, I'm talking to someone. I'm really disorganized. What the heck?
Nice. Who's in carpool? Let's say hi.
What are you doing? How you doing, Deuce?
Say hi to
Not
your
Deuce.
opponent. In Newark,
Sorry, I almost called you.
Jen is on the phone.
Oh.
That's the battle of the Jennifers this morning. Good morning.
Oh, huh.
Well, here we go, you guys.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Super simple.
Oh,
5
oh,
trivia
okay.
questions, 50
Stop
seconds to
slamming
answer
the
them all.
doors.
Each person going to be asked separately with their opponent on hold.
boy.
Whoever gets the most right answers wins. If you don't know an answer, say pass.
Oof.
We'll come back to the question if we've got time. That's how it goes, okay? So it's the battle of the Jennifers. We put Jen in Newark
Oh,
on hold, and we start with Jenny
Stay one
in Santa Clara. Here we go. What is the official currency of Japan? In which state was Ben and Jerry's ice cream founded? What is a Bugatti Veyron?
Car.
If someone is a bibliophile, what do they enjoy?
Reading?
Who is the lead singer of Aerosmith?
Oh gosh. Stephen Perry.
Stephen Perry. Was that the answer?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to the one you passed on. In which state was Ben and Jerry's ice cream founded? We're out of time. We're out of time. All right. Let's put Jenny in Santa Clara on hold. We'll go to Jen in Newark.
Okay, Jen, we're about to start 5 questions in 50 seconds. If you don't know an answer, just say pass, and we will come back to it if there's time. What is the official currency of Japan?
Pass.
In which state was Ben and Jerry's ice cream founded?
California. No. I'm sorry. Vermont.
What is a Bugatti Veyron?
The car.
If someone is a bibliophile, what do they enjoy?
A bibliophile? Books.
Who is the lead singer of Aerosmith?
Steven Tyler.
Okay, and we'll go back to the first one. What is the official currency of Japan?
Yen.
Okay, you've answered everything.
Good. All right. Let's bring Jenny in Santa Clara back off hold. See how she did against Jen in Newark. Here we go. What is the official currency of Japan?
Okay, Jenny said yen. Jen also said yen, and that is the right answer. You both get a point.
Very nice. Next question. In which state was Ben and Jerry's ice cream founded?
Okay, Jenny passed on that one. Jen said Vermont. Vermont is the right answer. Point for Jen.
What is a Bugatti Veyron?
Jenny said a car. Jen said a car. Is that okay? Good. That we are going to take the point. It's a sports car, but you know it is a car, so you both are right. You both get a point.
If someone is a bibliophile, what do they enjoy?
Okay, Jenny says reading. Jen said books. Jason, both of those work? Okay, good. Yeah, the answer is they enjoy books, and reading is the same thing.
Jason's showing some mercy this morning.
I know. Usually he's a stickler, so I think he's just.
I mean, I think that's correct. I could be wrong, but I'll take it.
I think the heat really got to him this week, so he's being extra nice. So you both get a point. That's what we're
You
trying
got
to
to
say.
catch Jason at the end of the week. You know what I mean? He takes the foot off the gas a little bit. Next question. Who is the lead singer of Aerosmith?
Okay, Jenny said Stephen Perry. Jen said Steven Tyler. So Jen does get the point. Jen, 5 out of 5 today. So Jen is our winner. Jenny, you were close behind. I know you wanted to say Steven Tyler and just didn't
iHeartRadio app and go look for Marcus and Sandy, what you know about that. There are hundreds of trivia questions to test your knowledge, and then be back fresh Monday morning to win. It's Friday morning. Coming up, a new concept that is ticking everybody off.
Guilt tipping.
Yeah.
The pressure to tip anyone everywhere, they say, has gotten out of control. I'm so glad somebody wrote about this because I've been feeling like this for a long time.
They finally see us. We'll talk about it here in 3 minutes. Hang on. It's Star 1013.
I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you're far away dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever. Every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. Don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. 'Cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream never do. I still miss you, baby, and I don't
you want a tip? Oh, no, it's a bottle of water. No, I didn't. And then you feel guilty because it's like, oh, well, it gave me the option. But I'm like, dude, I'm literally I grabbed it, I put it on the counter, I put my, you know what I mean? So
The machines are taking over our minds, you guys.
where is the line? And they offer for you to tip 18%.
Right.
20, it starts at 18,
Right.
20%, 25%, then 30%. So where did the 30% come from? What is that all about?
Because in restaurants now, like that's for some people, if you can afford it, that's like the quote-unquote norm.
When did that happen?
I don't know, sometime in the last couple of years. I'm not saying you have to.
Sounds like you're leaning into it.
Well, okay, for restaurants, I think I tip like 25. I do. But my rules are as follows. And what it requires is something none of us want to do. It requires you to snap out of it. It requires you to think. And nobody really wants to do that when they're buying a coffee, right? Jason, didn't you say you just went to Phil's yesterday?
Just did it yesterday. And they they're like cashless or whatever, right? Square and the iPad.
Yeah.
You check out, it says, what do you want to tip? 15, 20, 25. If you stop, you look real hard, you'll find the thing that says no tip at the bottom. A tiny
Yeah. But you know what? I hit 15%. At least in a coffee shop.
they're making it.
Yeah, yes.
Or they're doing something. A bottle of water, come on.
Yeah, you're allowing a machine to guilt you. It's not the 100%. It's not the barista back there going, if you don't tip 30%, I'm going
I'm afraid they'll see it. I'm afraid they'll walk away. They'll be like, oh, really? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If I hit the no tip.
Who cares if they, oh, really?
I care, Marcus. I have a heart.
That's not about, no, you have a guilt complex.
I do.
There's
Both.
a difference.
I have both. I have both. I was reading somebody's quote online. They said, I was somewhere spending $23 on just coffee and pastries,
Yeah.
and the suggested tip was another $8.
Yeah.
And I said, no way. I'll give $1 or so as a custom tip amount, but we got to have a reality check here. I mean, think about that. $23, and then they want you to tip 8?
You're allowing a machine to tell you what to do. And that's where it needs to stop. Let me tell you, I'll give you my 2 rules because I'm very passionate about this. Rule number 1, if it's just a transaction, if you're just buying a bottle of water, no tip. There's nobody in the universe is going to expect you to tip on a merchandise transaction, period.
Okay.
Okay? Rule number 2, think about how much you want to tip and train yourself to find that custom tip button. There is a little button that Jason just brought up, says custom. Ignore the percentages. Ignore the big percentage buttons, the Duplo percentage buttons. Look for the Lego custom tip button.
Didn't realize Susie Orman was sitting here with us. Wow.
Well, because it makes me crazy too. The first time I looked at that machine and I went, 18 to 20%. I just bought a $10 sandwich. I'm not going to tip $2 on a $10 sandwich. I'm sorry. You just handed it to me. You know what I mean? No disrespect to anybody that's worked. Look, I was there too, man. I was serving food, working retail, all that stuff. But like,
I know, and for services or for when people cook or make things, absolutely. Coffee, absolutely. But it's everywhere I go now. You notice it more and more. And then I 3 times over the weekend that happened to me, and I hit no every time because it was just me buying stuff.
Right.
And then I was like, I refuse to feel bad about this.
yeah, but it gives you that little twinge.
It does.
Because it asked you to do something and you said no. With somebody standing.
And I am afraid the person behind the cash register will know I said no and think I'm a terrible person.
Right. So just the other day I was buying a sandwich. It was like $8. The suggested tip was like, I don't know, $1.87. I'm like, no. So custom tip $1 and send. And feel good about that because that's an appropriate tip. Where it screws us all up is you see the big buttons and those are easy to push and you don't really see. Because then there's fine print that says, here's how much you're about to tip. You're about to tip $8 on 5 pastries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't tell you that. Sorry, I'm really passionate about this
That's
because
okay.
I don't like to be separated from my money that often.
I'm just glad that people. That was weird. I'm just glad somebody wrote about it because and then I feel guilty for feeling annoyed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the guilt, there's so many layers of it. Like I just wanted to get a damn coffee. Why is this turned into a psychological evaluation for myself?
It's the kiosks that are getting us all because they have these all built in to the 10%, 15%, 18%, 20%, and then nobody does the math.
Yeah.
We're all, as a society, we're trained to be like 20% is acceptable. And then you're buying a croissant and you're tipping an extra $1 on a croissant that you
Well, and 20 used to be the
Marcus and Sandy. So I dropped my dad off at my sister's house yesterday, and the reason why this is so impactful is because I'm his main caregiver. And so if you're listening right now and you take care of a senior citizen, you know where my mind's at right now. Like,
Or if you're any kind of caregiver.
yeah, for sure. I'm free.
I think Marcus is going through like a happy dance right now, but I was saying like, if you ever just get a chance to not have the responsibilities you have on a daily basis, to finally be able to feel like a kid again, to just not always be on alert, because the thing is, we were asking him off the air, what are you most looking forward to? And you said that you can finally be present at home.
Yeah, I can go upstairs, sleep in my own bed with my wife.
Well, and didn't you mention that little buzzer always usually goes off?
Yeah, if you're so I have what are called bed alarms. If my dad he's a fall risk, so every time he gets out of bed or stands up, I have a little alarm that goes off that sounds like I'm walking into a convenience store. Like I can't go into a 7-Eleven again as long as I live. I wish I had the sound with me, but if you have one of these, you know what I'm talking about, and it rules your life.
Yeah.
I could be upstairs eating dinner with my family, cooking, watching Encanto with my daughter. That alarm goes off. She looks at me and goes, "Daddy, Abuelo's on the move." And I have to put my life as a dad or as a husband on hold and run downstairs and take. And look, I love my dad. It's my duty. It prevents me from being truly present anywhere at any time. I'm always tethered to this thing.
Yes, and it's stressful.
It sucks.
It's stressful. It's something that I think none of us are ever prepared for. So you dropped your dad off yesterday, and I know for a few days.
We're going to Legoland this weekend, so I have like a week of freedom to be a dad, to be a husband, the whole thing. It was the only funny part was I had this idea of what I wanted to do the second I dropped him off. So the plan was drive him down Highway 1 from Half Moon Bay to Marina, basically where my sister lives, and
So she's going to be watching him for a week.
correct, and then drive back, get to Santa Cruz. There's a little wine bar outside of I think it's
Literally minutes after the caregiving stops.
Swear.
Marcus is ready to have wine.
Oh yeah.
He
Fight
was
me.
in full weekend mode yesterday.
Fight me. So in Davenport, there's this cute little tasting room. You can look at the ocean and drink your red wine, and that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I thought, because we left the house at 1:15, okay, we're gonna meet her in Watsonville at that Chevron on Riverside at 2:30, and then I'm just gonna get in the car and drive back. So I should be in Davenport by 3:30, have a glass of wine. I'll be home by 5, just in time for dinner. None of that went down yesterday. Traffic was bad. There were 2 accidents on the way. And then I get a text from my sister because I'm like, I'm going to be a half hour late. I'm going to get there at 3. She's like, text me, I can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? Well, I've got baseball practice with my son. Then my daughter's got a Zoom call with her class. And I have to be home for this. It's going to take me an hour. Sorry. What do you mean sorry? What do you want me to do with the Vallejo? So I had to end up basically driving him all the way to her house outside of Salinas, 2.5 hours away.
That is a long day.
And I got there, and they weren't home till 5, so I dropped him off at 5. She's like, you can stay for dinner. So I stayed and I chatted with her for about a half hour, and this is where the wheels came off. My best friend lives in Salinas, and so we met at the local bar and had a tequila.
I know you didn't have one.
Okay, I had 2 tequilas.
2 doubles.
Yeah. So...
I mean, look, you made it to work on time. You're fine.
No, I'm fine.
But
because I'm a professional.
What I understand, I'm not living in the same position as you, but it's just when you could finally be done with your responsibilities. Whatever. If you're a parent and you drop your kids off, if you're a caregiver and you're not on caregiving duties, if you're just even stressed out at work and you're not at work for a few days, like the feeling of being able to just let loose and come back to your playful side.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a feeling we all love.
So in order to watch my dad for me, my sister had a trip planned this weekend, but the whole family was going to go, but in order for them to watch my dad for me, she's flying solo. So, and moms, you can relate to this. For the first time since her kids were born, my sister is getting on a plane and flying to Phoenix alone to visit her best friend.
Wow.
For the next 3 days.
Oh,
so she's in the same mindset as I am. She doesn't even know what to do with herself.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to miss my kids. I go, don't.
You'll be fine.
Just go, have fun, and come back strong. All right, it's Friday. We got more winning on the way in a few minutes. This is Boys to Men at the Mountain Winery, June 26th. Tickets for all the shows going on sale this morning at 10. We have them before you can buy them. When you're ready to buy, you go to mountainwinery.com. But those Boys to Men tickets at 8:35. Hang out.
Turn it up!
tipping you off about the official summertime kickoff concert for the Bay Area. It's Razzmatazz.
Happening Sunday, June 5th at Shoreline Amphitheater. Starring the Chainsmokers.
Camila Cabello.
5 Seconds of Summer.
Gale.
Charlie Puth.
Tate McRae.
Fun is officially back.
Tickets for Razzmatazz are on sale now. Get yours at livenation.com or find all the concert details and links anytime at 1013.com.
The Bay's official summertime kickoff concert is Razzmatazz.
Powered by Live Nation and Star 1013.
Hi, I'm Sandy from Marcus and Sandy, and I've got some great news for you. Did you know that with Xfinity Internet, you get fast, reliable speeds to fit your needs and budget? Even Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig to power all your devices. Just imagine everyone at home can connect at the same time. And best of all, you can save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. That's a hit. Can your internet do that? Get started today with Xfinity Internet for just $19.99 for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Don't wait. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, that's 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Requires enrollment in both automatic payments and paperless billing. Offer ends June 30th, 2022. Restrictions apply. New Xfinity Connect customers only. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply. Not available in all areas. Compares pricing of top carriers. Requires Xfinity Internet.
Moments matter with your child, so give the phone a rest. Talk, read, and sing with them, uninterrupted. Because now, while they're small, it's important to let them hear your voice and learn new words. It builds their self-confidence, makes them strong, and helps them grow and learn. Talk, read, sing. It changes everything. Learn more at first5california.com.
Live entertainment is back at Cache Creek Casino Resort. In May, catch shows by the Mariachi Divas, Thunder from Down Under, and Lea Salonga performing live at our beautiful state-of-the-art event space. Now is your time to see and hear your favorite performers. Get tickets and see our full lineup at CacheCreek.com. Cash in at Cache Creek Casino Resort.
Just hearing the word cancer can be frightening. At Kaiser Permanente, we're a leader in the prevention, early detection, and treatment of cancer. We keep track of your cancer screenings and remind you when it's time for the next one. And if you ever do hear that word, our teams of specialists use cutting-edge treatments to help make other words like hope, recovery, and cancer-free possible. Kaiser Permanente, tomorrow's healthcare today. Learn more at kp.org/thrive.
Hey, where did you get all that cash in your cash app? You mean this $750?